Hi, I'm Gail.
And I'm Peggy, and we're co-directors of Our Space. So today, for our craft activity, since Sunday is Mother's Day, we thought we'd do a simple craft that you can use as a gift for your mom, for your grandma, or for anybody who's special to you. And also, it's just a fun spring activity. So we hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so Peggy hasn't made this craft before, so she's going to make it right along with me. Are you ready, Peggy?
I am.
Okay, first, I'm going to show you the list of what you're going to need. You're going to need plastic fork, markers or paints, good, some paper, great, some scissors, and I want to remind you again that ask a grown-up for help to use the scissors if you need it. Also, you're going to need some tape and a glass or a cup or a jar. Do you have that, Peggy?
I do.
Awesome. Okay, so we're ready to go. And let me show you what we're making. So today we are going to make a jar of tulips. And one of my tulips has a little note, says I love you on it, because I'm going to most likely be giving this as a present. And you don't have to leave a note. And so are you ready to go, Peggy?
I am.
Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to color our fork. You can use Sharpies, regular markers, or paints. I'm going to use regular markers. What are you going to use, Peggy?
I'm going to use Sharpies.
Okay.
So yeah. What's that?
We're doing ours pretty fast, but you can just take as much time as you need.
Gail, do we color both sides of the fork?
You can color both sides, and if probably later I'll go back and color both sides, but just for right now, to demonstrate, we'll paint one side, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And here's mine, orange.
Here's mine, pink.
Nice, beautiful. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna paint or color the stem, green. But you don't have to use green, you can use your imagination. We always say there's no right or wrong in art, right, Peggy?
That's right. And my fork has like holes in the middle of the handle, but I'm just coloring around it.
I'm sure it'll look great. Here's mine, colored stem.
Here's mine.
Oh, that looks great. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the leaves for the flowers. I didn't have any green paper, so what I'm gonna do is just take my marker and color the white paper green. And then I'm gonna cut out a leaf. What are you gonna use, Peggy?
I'm gonna draw a leaf shape. I drew a leaf shape on construction paper and just gonna cut that out.
Good.
Remember, this is a step that you may need help from a grown-up on for using the scissors.
Yes, it's always a good reminder. So I have my leaf, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tape it to the back of my fork. So there it is with the leaf. Oh, that looks great. It's really pretty. I like it with the big leaf. That looks good. And then the last step is, if you want, you can attach a little note. I'm going to write a little note. Are you going to write one, Peggy?
I'm going to do one too.
Okay. Okay. My note says, "You're awesome." So whoever I give it to, they're going to know that they're awesome. And if I keep it for myself, I'm going to remember that I'm awesome too. And once your note is written, Peggy, you can stick it between the tines of the fork. These
Mhm.
are the things that are called tines. And then I'm just going to tape it on the back.
So what I did is my note says happy day, and I kind of stuck it in between two of those tines on the fork, but you can do either way, tape it on the back, and this is a little heavier like cardstock paper, so that's why it kind of stands up in there.
That looks really nice.
Thank you. This was fun to do.
I know, isn't it fun?
Yeah, and it was relaxing. I want to do more.
I know, I think when we hang up, I'm going to make more for my flower pot. So I'm going to now add this to my collection of tulips. Mine's going right in my rice.
And so mine is in a jar that has a lot of those colored gems that you use for playing mancala. So I had a lot of those at my house, so I put those in a jar.
That looks great. So here we have our bouquets.
Yes. And so we want you to know that you can watch these videos on our Facebook page at Our Space Inc. or also on our website, www.ourspacerocks.org.
So we hope you have a really fun time making this, and we'll see you again soon.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.